some work as an AD on these big commercial productions, which was great. I got to see how these massive productions work, and it really taught me a lot. But landing on my very own first directing gig, that took a while. So I started filming these passion projects, aka spec projects, spec commercials that represented the work I wanted to be doing. This is also something that I highly recommend, because through these passion projects, you get to build your portfolio that you can show to your potential future clients. For example, if you like commercials and visual storytelling like myself, create a car commercial or a product video. This can be anything.
Well, I think I should give this a try. Welcome everybody to my first real YouTube video. What you just saw was my attempt to create a realistic looking car commercial for my portfolio. I hope that I eventually get good enough to be paid for this kind of stuff, but in the meantime I thought I'd take you guys along with me and break down my editing for this commercial. Now we are here in Premiere Pro 2020 and this is the beautiful timeline of my video. We have our footage right here, the music down below, then the sound effects, and my LUT and the text up top. Just to clarify, I shot this footage all by myself, just with the help of a few friends, and this is definitely not sponsored in any kind of way. Back to the breakdown. So first up, I just started by choosing the music. And I wanted to go with something that was a little bit out of the ordinary, so I went to Epidemic Sounds and searched for violin music. And this is the track that I got. I cut it down to the point where I thought it worked best and then proceeded on to adding the footage in rhythm to the music. I shot most of this footage on my gimbal in 1080p and 120 frames per second, but it still was a little bit shaky. So I used this incredible tool called warp stabilization, or Verkrümmungsstabilisierung in German, which helped a lot. But my tip here is to use it on clips that are already pretty stable, or else it starts getting wobbly and it just looks kind of weird and it doesn't really make sense. So I only use it on my 120 FPS clips and not on the 24 FPS clips. I placed the clips in an order so that I could go gradually from interior shots or still shots to the driving shots, which turned out pretty good, I think. And in that way, the really cool shots, the good ones, come at the end, and this is always a very good thing. At the end, I placed the official logo for Audi, which gave me a more realistic feel, I guess, as if it would be an actual commercial. Now, sound effects. No commercial is ever a good commercial without sound effects, so I tried to make them as good as possible. I placed the sound of a driving car right below the actual driving shots and increased or decreased the volume depending on how far the car was from the camera to get a sense of depth. And this made it a lot more dynamic, I think. I also needed some background noise to make it feel like it was actually outdoors. So I once again took some sound effects from Epidemic Sounds of a forest and some birds and just laid them beneath everything. And to make the beginning more interesting, I added a sound of a thunder. It doesn't really make sense because there was no thunder anywhere in the actual video, but it sounded kind of cool and I just kept it in there. And in the end, I just simply added my color grade and that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Huge shout out to Joey Palmrose for inspiring me so much. I am a really huge fan. So check him out on YouTube, the link is down in the description. Follow me on Instagram at max.whistler or on TikTok, I just started out there. And I will see you guys in a bit. Take care and peace.